Time now for Utah's most accurate forecast with Alana Brophy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
A gloomy Tuesday with another atmospheric river taking its time to get to Utah, but when it does, it is going to bring that wet weather. Live view from Cedar City, where we're sitting in the mid-40s. That cloud cover's out there, and we've got a heavier band of precipitation that's headed our way. As we zoom in and look in northern Utah, you can see backside of the Wasatch and Draper all the way to Spanish Fork, getting some echoes of moisture. Not everything hitting the ground just yet, but that is going to bulk up. Active conditions on the western side of the state and down in southern Utah, whereas we take a look, Beaver County all the way down towards Zion, as well as into St. George, bringing in the potential of rain for tonight. And at that point, we could see heavy precip with that flood watch for Zion National Park. Now, if you aren't getting rain just this second, you surely are getting wind. Take a look at our Colonial Flag Tower camera here at the ABC4 studios. 58 degrees, the flag whipping with those southerly winds that actually brought in some warmth today. We're sitting at 58, but we have seen warmer temps. Wind advisory holding steady, and it was expanded to include Salt Lake and Tooele County. We will see these areas underneath the wind advisory until 9 p.m. tonight. So gusty conditions wanting to persist, also bringing in that warmer air and topping out temperatures at 60 degrees in Salt Lake. It has been a while since we have hit 60, actually back November 7th. So that warmth was out there. The winds are whipping, and the wet weather, well, it's coming. Taking a look at temperatures as we get through the next several hours, we'll be falling into the 50s and 40s. Now, this atmospheric river is a subtropical connection. So we grab this moisture from the Pacific Ocean, and it just funnels right into the Beehive State, which is why we see the valley rain and mountain snow setup. We know this is going to impact us through early tomorrow morning for the high country, and tonight we are going to get that wet weather. Why are we seeing mountain snow when our snow levels jump? Well, taking a look at those snow levels, they actually in the north hit 7,500 feet because of the warmer air that comes in. So that's why we're seeing snow above that. Every place else looking at rain on their snowpack. But we get a cold front heading into tomorrow morning that will drop that snow level yet again. So you can't rule out the chance of mixed precipitation, but the moisture will be dwindling by the time the cold air moves in. So we outrun it a little bit. Winter storm warning in the south. Winter weather advisory for central Utah, the Wasatch Plateau, and onto the eastern side of the state. That does include the eastern Uintas. Winter storm warning for the Abajos, and then northern Utah holding on to the winter storm warning until early Thursday morning. Heavy mountain snow expected. Periods of precip overnight tonight will be heavy, and then again into tomorrow for a period of time. 8 to 16 in the mountains, 1 to 2 feet in the Cottonwoods. Central mountains looking pretty good, and 10 to 16 in the southern mountains. So we know the snow's on the way. Let's walk through the timeline with this precipitation, because you see those cloudy skies. You know the winds are blowing. So when does that heavier precip come in the north here in the next little while? By 6 p.m., the latter half of the evening commute, we'll see it in the southwest desert, and then areas favored by that southerly flow, which include Utah County, the Ogden Valley, and Cache Valley, likely tapping into that. Salt Lake will overrun and get some showers here, but we're going to see better precipitation once the cold front comes through, and you see that kind of knocking just after midnight. It comes through early tomorrow morning, and it does bring the potential for some thunderstorm activity similar to what we saw on Friday along that frontal line. Down in King County, we get more rain, heavy precipitation, and as the front makes its way through the state, we see that the precipitation's in front of it, which means we get the gusty winds, and we're going to hold on to the heavier wet weather in front of the front. Behind it, cold air comes in, and if there's any moisture potential left over with that northwesterly flow, that will turn to snow. So we do have the chance of some isolated showers for our Wednesday afternoon, but clearing later on in the day. The front slides south by the afternoon, and you can see Grand Staircase all the way to St. George, looking at decent potential for heavier rain. Drier conditions by the evening. Mountain showers hold on, but as we head into Thursday and Friday, fairly quiet conditions. There is a chance of a thunderstorm with that front coming through as we roll through tomorrow, and that includes areas like central, southern, and eastern Utah. Okay. Checking those temperatures. We stay close to seasonal norms with 40s and 50s expected, but we cool off from the 60 we hit today. Thunderstorm potential in the southern half of the state. You see active skies will be out there for tomorrow, especially starting the day, clearing later on in the day. Now, there is a slight chance on Thursday that we get a little bit of wet weather, but beginning to dry out. St. Patrick's Day looks dry. Another storm as we head into next week, and we officially start spring on Monday. Now, an isolated shower can't be ruled out, but we know tomorrow thunderstorm potential with rain and cooler temperatures. We drop down into the 40s, and next week active skies want to hold on. To stay on top of the forecast, download the ABC4 weather app. It's easy to do. Take a picture of this QR code. It takes you to the App Store. You can download for free, and then you have Utah's most accurate forecast wherever you go.